Down in the valley where them girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then they probably gonna shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, rake 'em.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Now, I know good and H well Patrice Woodbine ain't using Where the Money Resides as her theme music. Child, no, that heifer didn't. And like Miss Ernestine said, I know that hoe ain't down there trying to save souls, and hers is burning in the lake of fire. If you ain't already know, we on P-Valley, girl. Season 2, episode 2. Hey, Little Murder. Yeah. I can't wait for him and Uncle Clifford to get back together. I'm sick of this. I am sick of this. Shaking my head. I'm sick of this. Ooh, dizzy. Hold on. No. Got my notes. Ooh, I got a full page. Yeah, we gonna be here a minute, y'all. You got your popcorn and wine and red vines. You got your little snack. Anywho, they holding auditions for some new girls. Oh, coughing. Pardon me. They're holding some auditions for some new girls, child. And Big L is making his own audition list. He see a fat booty and he don't know what to do. And it's fat, PH and F, AF. So yeah, he out there trying to rake him his own self. But yeah, so they inside and it's a couple of girls that sparked the folks' eye, and Mercedes is looking at them, reminiscing on her and Keyshawn and what she used to do. But for the last 5 months, 6 months, her shoulder been killing her. Oh, I hope nothing happened to Mercedes. Yeah, Mercedes reminiscing. Child, tell me why. Okay, somebody tell me why Corbin and his flunky attorney Andre come by the paint trying to buy it, trying to influence the new owner into selling. But they didn't know she got business sense. Hello. And she turns him down, lets him know. I don't know all of what she said, but she said pretty much the paint is worth more than what y'all trying to buy it for. Therefore, what she say, 5 mil, 15 mil, 50 mil, something mil. And he was like, bitch, you crazy. I mean, they got this sold up down there in Chuckalisa, child. But yeah, they get turned down and turned away. Now they find out also, um, Big L come in with Clifford's flyers for the reopening, right? Come to find out, he got Clifford's birthday after reopening, which is what, the next day in 2 days. And it was like, what? That's too early. But Autumn was like, no, we need to move now because we need the money. Period. And that's just the way it is. And so here come Mercedes busting in. I know you ain't trying to have a reopening on Clifford's birthday. Everybody was like, it's like a national holiday or something down there. Dang. So yeah. Ooh. Derek's still unemployed, child. They at the house. And he talking to the sheriff, trying to get Diamond arrested. I'm like, fool, that was 6 months ago. I mean, murder night was 6 months ago. So Keyshawn is in there trying to get some lemonade, for everybody. It's hot as H, and so his phone go off, and she see that he didn't get the job. So she get to thinking and whatnot and everything. So she go out there and she's hearing all the hoopla about how Derek is moaning and groaning, crying and shit, trying to get Diamond arrested. And so that didn't work. So he go back in the baby room and he find those diapers in the trash. I'm like, girl, you didn't take them out. See, you got to cover your tracks better. And she already got a black eye. I'm like, see, I hate seeing stuff like that. That mother, you know what? This season they need to whip his ass. I already gave him some tips. Oh, he need his ass whooped. Oh, he need a whooped. I can't believe. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Next scene, child. So they go back and forth at the paint, trying to get all the details worked out, and back to that scene I was talking about where they were talking about his Uncle Clifford's birthday, and I can't believe this is happening and whatnot, not what. So then Uncle Clifford goes home, is crying his eyes out because he ain't got no D. He and his birthday coming up, and the big 4-0, and he having a hissy doggone fit. Child, and guess who shows up at the house? Lil Murder. Mm-hmm. While Clifford in his room crying his eyes out, his grandma or auntie, I think it's grandma, Ernestine, come to the door, smells something in the air, and come to find out it's Lil Murder. So he come and Clifford here, Little Murder here. What? It's been like 6 months. So Clifford been ghosting him on the phone. He ain't been trying to hear nothing because don't love me in the dark and hide me in the light, like Shauna say. You can't love me in the dark and hide me in the light. You get to love me in the light, or don't love me at all. I know that's right, huh? That go for everybody, not just trans. And is he trans? No, I don't think he trans. Not just letter folk. I don't know which one he is. Not I don't know. But or then she called him she. Child Uncle Clifford. I don't know. Um you can't love Uncle Clifford in the dark and expect not to love Uncle Clifford in the light, fool. Told you behind that, but you don't listen. So Uncle Clifford had to teach him a lesson. I ain't responding. Ooh, and you know what they say? No response speaks volumes. Show do. Show do. So anyway, so he's, Little Murder sees Uncle Clifford sneaking in and hear the conversation and hides behind the door. Didn't realize Uncle Lil Murder is looking at him in the mirror on the other side of the room, which captures Uncle Clifford behind the door, right behind Lil Murder, while Lil Murder is apologizing to Miss Ernestine. Although Lil Murder is really apologizing directly to Uncle Clifford. But Uncle Clifford don't know that. So Uncle Clifford takes, what he says, and he starts to rub the door. I was like, oh, I wish I could touch you right now and accept this apology. But bitch, I ain't moving from behind this door. You ain't the one. I know that's right. Teach that fool a lesson. Don't be coming around here now that you sorry. Yeah, you were sorry then. Look at me. Anywho, Lil Murder leave. He announced he going on tour and everything, and whatever, whatever. So then Andre goes back to the dead mayor's house and he see all these hoses and water hoses hooked up, look like they all scamming off of the ex-mayor's, water. So he goes and tracks one hose down, and it's a dude with a piece, and he pulls it out on him. He only got one leg, and it's like, and his uncle, whoever that was, and that what's uh that material? Oh, what's that material? It's on tip of my tongue. It looked just like it. I can't even call it right now. It's probably gonna come to me when I'm done talking. But anyway, he got on this two-piece outfit, girl, and he telling homeboy in a wheelchair, with the piece, don't shoot. That's the mayor's godson or whatever. He cool, woo, woo, woo. So Andre finds out that everybody, almost the whole neighborhood, who ain't got no money and down and out and everything, is hooked up to the mayor's water supply, water hose. So, Andre goes back to the house, does some research, come to find out, you know, Mayor been Robin Hood. And I believe, the mayor's everything is paid for, right? So pretty much the city is paying for folks' water who can't afford to have the water in the first place. I know that's right. He was a MO, a SOB, a MF, but he was doing right so far by the people. It's probably why he kept getting reelected, child, or was reelected, or was elected, child. I forgot how many times he was mayor. But yeah, good, big ups to him. I know they miss him. Andre ain't gonna do nothing about that. Hopefully, nobody else does. But you never know. If he ain't the mayor no more, folks may have to start getting their own water supply, paying for their water. But anyway, yeah, Keyshawn got that black eye, child. But mm, he yelling at her, and come to find out, he finds the dirty, the clean diapers in the diaper pail. Tracking her phone, knowing she went to the little Piggly Wiggly where Diamond was, and she had to let him know. I didn't know he was there, and when he was, he yelled at me. I mean, it wasn't like it was a reunion or nothing. He was like, he yelled at you. So then his bitch ass run to the phone trying to make a complaint because about Diamond yelling at his wife. So he got her on the phone, and so they can hear her say what Diamond said. Oh, bitch. Anyway, what else I put down for this fool? So yeah, she tracking her phone and everything, and girl, see, girl, Keyshawn, girl, mm, mm, mm. Anywho, so that works out. He didn't beat her up, so child. And I can't believe she said, "Well, we haven't fought in a long time." We, girl, are you fighting? I don't get it. But anyway, Keyshawn, that girl can dance, okay? So Lil Murder trying to get his DJ back and call him on the phone. The DJ lucked up on the gig in ATL with Meg the Stallion. Now they didn't show her, but it sounded like her voice, and it had her nails on his shoulder as she was talking with the booty shorts and the big old booty. So are we gonna see Meg? I heard she was appearing this season. Was that her appearance or is there another appearance? We gonna find out later, y'all. But yeah, Lil Murder ain't got his DJ, so he gotta figure something out. Anywho, he goes with the manager to get somebody out of jail who's gonna act as security, I think it was. But Lil Murda looking at him like, I don't know about this, and it's always something going on. Lil Murda got a pass, y'all. Okay. His name is Lil Murda and he be lying. So no telling. He got a pass. And there's two people so far. That dude in the back seat when that fan came up to the house, and then this dude that they apparently got out of jail or prison or something, he did some time, and yeah, we gonna find out those two people is later on the show. Later on in the season, I can tell. That's my ESP working. Yeah, but anywho, so the Keyshawn is talking with the promoter, I think, at the house with Derek, and she is laying it on THICK as she should. He's thinking she's stupid. She don't know what she need to know, but she's like, okay, so if I'm supposed to be footing the bill for this tour, I'm gonna need some more Skrilla. I'm gonna need such and such, such and such and such and such. So he's like, he reporting back to the fellas like, man, she hard to, and I don't think it's gonna work because she's demanding this and expecting that, and it was like, just make it work, make it work, make it work, because they got 12 cities, 12 cities, 12 nights, murder or whatever they call it. That should be kind of cool though. That should be really interesting to see that. So yeah, Keyshawn had to, child. Keyshawn had to work her magic, child. Anyway, the pink is open. The pink is open. Mercedes finds rubbing alcohol at her station because they've been clowning her about getting something for her shoulder, calling her grandma. Well, she is the eldest, I think, of the group. I mean, everybody else in their 20s and she in her 30s, early 30s, and or whatever the case may be. But her shoulder giving out, and she having problems, you know, doing her routines. So they left her some rubbing, like 12 bottles of rubbing alcohol on her on her station. I'm like, dang, that was funny. So they got all kind of stuff going on at the Pank that night. A fight start, no, a fire starts, and Big L is trying to put it out that everything is smoking. I think this is where the wings was being cooked. Baby daddy mad that he ain't the baby daddy of the girl. I forgot her name. The girl who said she don't know who her baby daddy is. Child, what? Ooh, how nasty and stank are you? But yeah, so the baby daddy yelling at her because she had to break it down to him that he ain't the baby daddy. He mad he ain't the baby daddy. I'm like, what? I guess whatever that is. But yeah, so they having a fine, good old time at the paint, and then they cut to Uncle Clifford getting kidnapped. Lord, that's his birthday, and come to find out it's his homies. They take him to a private party for him, and it's a skate party, and where the money resides was one of his homies who kidnapped him. I'm like, what's his name? Darrell somebody? Darrell Honda, whatever his name is. Good for him. He got actually speaking role and everything, child. He in SAG. All right. Anywho, um, so yeah, Uncle Clifford is being told and to I mean, sorry, Uncle Clifford is telling them how much he missed little murder, and it was all good and yada yada, and they're like, go get your man, da, 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 da. And they trying to tell him to get the DJ, right? The DJ dude, child, they end up doing something in the back, and it looked like he pulled out a wanker. Did I see a wanker on TV? Did I see a BBC on TV? A BBC on TV. I think I saw a BBC on P-Valley. Yeah, so that was Uncle Clifford getting some head, scully, dome, throat, esophagus, all that. And the DJ was much obliged. So thank goodness Uncle Clifford broke his 6 or 5 month spell. I'm pretty sure he wanted it with little murder, but he got the little murder uh duplicate. Anyway, Uncle Clifford got him some, so that's good enough. And they back at the Pank. Pank is open, and they all dancing and they doing their thing. Now, the big booty girl, Big L, was liking. She can't dance worth nothing, but Autumn hires her to work the bar, and she is twerking at the bar. She ain't pouring their drink. She making money twerking and showing her booty and all that and the third. So they cut to Mercedes, and they're her and the two new girls about to do they thing. So she see the two new girls are really cutting up, and the people are really into the two new girls versus Mercedes. And so Mercedes, is trying to rest her shoulder while the two girls is dancing, but she see the two girls is showing her up. Child, that is not what Mercedes wanted. So Mercedes start climbing the pole, and child, something happened and she fell. I closed my eyes because I can't see her fall. Next thing you know, she is on the somebody's table, diamond, and that's where Uncle Clifford took her with Autumn, and he's doing, I think, voodoo or something. I can't recall exactly what he's doing. I think it is voodoo. And he gets whatever that is out of her shoulder that weighs 7 pounds. And he reminds her it takes 7 pounds of pressure to pull a trigger. That triggered her to go off on Autumn. Get your shit, get your shit, get your shit, and get out of her house. She don't want her there no more. She's sick and tired of all of the bad juju that she getting because of what happened. You know, trying to get her ex out of the paint. And apparently that leads me to believe them shots came from Mercedes. Since, she's all bent out of shape about shooting somebody, 7 pounds of pressure. And that thing, that diamond voodooed out of her shoulder was 7 pounds. That's, clue, clue, clue. So yeah, man. Yeah, Autumn was evicted. Autumn was evicted. So next we had Keyshawn house. Child. Keyshawn. She had to work her magic. She was talking to Derek about what they gonna get for the baby with his new job, and he's like, "Well, I didn't get it." He finally tells her, "I didn't get the job," which wasn't when he was told he didn't get the job, so he was holding it from her. So she was just convinced him through some real good rodeo action to let her go on these 12-night tour because it's gonna bring home the bacon. She said, "Let me take care of you." I know that's right, girl. Oh, she got to do what she got to do. Man, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Keyshawn got to go on tour. Good for her. So next we see Autumn, who was evicted, don't know had nowhere to go. She had to paint. And next, she is drunk and feeling herself. So she getting on the pole, trying to do some twerking, some light skinned girl twerking. Girl, what are you doing? So she get on the pole and do a little twirl. And here come Andre lurking, talking about the door was open. He probably picked the lock. Anyway, so he shows up trying to get the paint off her back, but thanks her for, you know, um, making him come to the funeral. Like, what? That's what? Anyway, so they hugging all tight and carrying on, and he wishing he was doing something else and whatnot. Then they cut to Keyshawn and Derek in the bed sleep, and she look out the window like, "Ooh, I'm ready to go." and they go off in the hearse and they on that 12 city tour. Ooh, that's gonna be fun and interesting. Oh, P Valley, P Valley, P Valley. Season 2, episode 2, where the blessings reside, where the blessings reside, where the blessings reside, where the blessings reside.